How do new hockey overtime rules impact game strategies? Imagine a game hanging in the balance, and suddenly everything changes in overtime. That's what the new rules bring to the ice, and they really shake up how teams approach those crucial moments. In the regular season, if the game is tied after the 3 periods, teams get 5 minutes of overtime with only 3 skaters per side. This 3-on-3 setup opens up the ice, making it faster and more exciting. Coaches know that speed and puck skills become even more important, so they often put their most offensive players on the ice. The smaller space means quicker passes and more scoring chances, so players are encouraged to take risks. Teams might even push their offense more because a single goal ends the game, and getting that goal is worth a point in the standings. In the playoffs, the rules change again. If the game is tied after regulation, they play full 20-minute periods of 5-on-5 hockey until someone scores. No shootouts here. This longer format rewards patience and solid defense. Coaches tend to relying on their best defensive players and line matchups that can handle the opponent's top scorers. Because the periods are longer, fatigue becomes a factor, so managing ice time is key. Coaches might rotate players more carefully and make adjustments as the game goes on. Penalties also play a bigger role in playoff overtime. If a team takes a penalty late in regulation, they start overtime shorthanded. That can make teams more cautious in the final minutes of regulation to avoid giving up a power play. During overtime, if a team commits a penalty, the other team gets a 2-minute power play, which can be a game changer in a sudden death situation. Recent rule updates for the 2020 4-0-5 and 2020 5-0-6 seasons haven't changed the overtime structure but have clarified some rules. For example, the high-sticking rules now specify what counts as a penalty, which can influence how aggressively players defend in overtime. The hand pass rule now allows some discretion if no advantage is gained, affecting how teams move the puck in tight situations. From a strategic point of view, teams need to be flexible. In the regular season, they focus on speed and creating scoring chances. In the playoffs, they shift to defense, discipline, and depth. Coaches have to decide whether to push their offensive stars or relying on their defensive units, especially when penalties happen. They also need to consider fatigue and how to manage line changes to keep players fresh. In the end, the new overtime rules shape how teams prepare for those high-stakes moments. The 3-on-3 format in the regular season encourages quick, risky plays, while the 5-on-5 playoff format rewards patience, smart defense, and team depth. The recent rule clarifications add some nuance but don't change the core strategies. Teams that adapt well to these formats can gain an edge when it matters most.